A Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia in 1983 began its life as so many others did, destined to jingle in pockets and pass through countless hands. Yet, beneath its copper-nickel surface lies a story that spans generations: minting policy, shifts, grading subtleties, and collector fervor. In 1983, the United States Mint struck 673 million of these Philadelphia quarters, a figure so large that it essentially assures their status as common in everyday circulation. Still, that sheer volume hides nuance. The Washington Quarter series launched back in 1932 to honor America's first president, and it carried designer John Flanagan's depiction for half a century. Initially, these coins bore 90% silver, until 1965, when soaring bullion prices forced a transition to a copper-clad core with copper-nickel plating. By the time the 1983p pieces came off the presses, they had become everyday change, devoid of precious metal, but rich in numismatic significance. Within that sea of coins, sharp eyes and patient collectors sought out the rare treasures, uncirculated gems and rarer specimens. At first glance, most 83p quarters and pocket change show wear a smooth eagle on the reverse, diminished feathers, light scratches, earned by years of handling. These are worth face value, or maybe a bit more to those who round up change for collections. But a clean, Macinefresh example perhaps found in a mint set or an uncirculated roll stands apart. Such a piece, graded Ms. 65 by respected services like PCGs or NGC, fetch between $40 to $60 on the market. Better still, a pristine Ms. 67, with razor-sharp details, full luster, and no contact marks, brings in the prices around $600 to $800, and occasionally more depending on eye appeal. The astonishing part is that within a run of nearly $750 million, only a few handfuls survive at that level. Population reports confirm a few dozen certified at Ms. 67, and barely any above that, leaving rarity amidst abundance. Errors also add flavor to the tale. Spitting eagle errors, where extra metal splatter mars the eagle's beak or wings, sometimes emerge in mint bags and spark a collector's interest. More dramatic are off-center strikes. A quarter missing a portion of its design can command a few $100s if the misalignment is bold and the coin otherwise clean. These errors were not intended, but offer a glimpse into minting anomalies that auxiliary roll hunters prize. For grading, one must learn to spot specifics: full, sharply struck lettering on "God We Trust," strong contrast between devices, no hairlines in the fields, and luster that ripples like satin. Hold a suspected high-grade coin at an angle under a bright light. If the fields flash rainbow toning or dull brightness, and contact marks are barely visible outside the periphery, you're likely looking at a candidate for certification. Those coins sent to PCGs or NGC when graded as Ms. 66 or higher can sell well above service FEs, especially if the strike is bold and the surfaces immaculate. Collectors often debate whether to chase high-grade every year or to specialize in key dates or error types. The 1983p Washington Quarter doesn't rank among the rarest of the series, not like the 1932D or the 1964D, but it remains a measured pursuit. Find a few solid Ms. 66s and you have a respectable showpiece. Land and Ms. 67 and you're in prestige territory. Investors, too, watch trends. After record auction price spikes such as a 2014 sale wherein Ms. 65 qualified coin achieved over $15,000, values for top coins stayed strong, with Ms. 66 often hovering over $100 and Ms. 67 consistently in the mid-hundreds. Though market prices fluctuate, the long-term view shows stability. As mintages dwindle through attrition, survivors and collector hands firm up the supply chain. Beyond dollars lies the history. 1983 saw the United States under the Reagan administration, a time of economic flux and Cold War tension. Quarters minted then circulated alongside changing designs, from bicentennial reverses still turning up in change to the first quarters of the statehood series just around the corner. Thus, an 83p quarter isn't just spare change. It's a relic of a transition period both in monetary design and geopolitics, a snapshot of pre-digitalite America when researching numismatic guides like the Red Book, a guidebook of United States coins, and online price aggregators prove invaluable. Coin forums offer insight from graders and collectors who post candid images and market experiences. Many seasoned collectors cross-reference population reports, auction archives, and seasonal price trends to assess whether a coin is overpriced or underappreciated. And for those only beginning, a single 83p quarter offers an accessible entry point into numismatics, a simple yet satisfying hunt for luster, strike, and rarity.